All right. What is up, everyone? This is the arcade showdown between AlephOneHalf and Vice Green Skythrow. How's everyone doing tonight? You guys are in for a treat. This is another, I would say, a casual match between two players who are not speedrunners of Super Metroid. I believe Aleph's PB right now is 58 rooms, and Vi's PB currently, his PB is currently 40. But this is going to be an exciting one. The rules for today will be same as what we've done before. You have 45 minutes for a game. You get 1 point per room past 10. And if they can get past room 30, they get double points from that point on. So 31 would be 22 points. 32 would be 24 points. 30 exactly would just be 20 points. And I think we're about getting ready to start. Aleph is ready. And Vi is ready. Okay. Here we go. We are going to begin the countdown. Everyone still get your gambas in. You still have time to gamba. Countdown 10. Here we go. And good luck to both runners, Aleph and Vi. This is gonna be a great one. Go. And we are off with both players. So we have the audio right now on Aleph. Let's see, are either of them gonna go for a CWJ? Aleph is attempting the CWJ right now. And immediately gets it on that third one. And Vi is choosing to just go straight ahead. Right off the bat. Ooh, good start for Vi. Immediately getting that spacer beam. Aleph is going to take that right door. And is going to grab that secret. And Vi, with that spacer, unfortunately, I mean, it could also be a fortunate thing, but immediately gets that morph. Gets that smooth bonus, and Aleph immediately also gets that morph. So I would say Vi is definitely in a slightly better situation with the extra beam that Aleph does not currently have. And we have to make sure that this timer starts. So bam, here we go. And Vi immediately gets that bomb chorizo. Okay, so Aleph is taking his time in the hellway. This is obviously really dangerous. Without that spacer, you can't one-shot these bugs. So Aleph takes his time and gets through. Any sort of death right now, I think, is pretty darn significant, given the fact that they have to get past 10 rooms. And I think at this level, any situation where they can get past 10 rooms is very, very significant, because you just want to rack up as many points as you can right now. So here we go. We have Vi finishing off that BT and is heading through the pirate shaft. Now this room would be really, really bad without any sort of beam, because these pirates are actually not, they can't take damage with the P-shot, but with the spacer, Vi makes short work of those pirates. And Aleph also picks up spacer beam and picks up that high jump boot. So here we go. Aleph is currently on room 11. Now it looks like it's pretty, unfortunately Vi doesn't get that pit list there, but it's no big deal. Now unfortunately, or what I was gonna say is, even though it looks like Aleph is going really far ahead, he does have to fight Bomb Chorizo here, and this does take a while. So during this fight, we're gonna see Vi get through a few more rooms, and we'll see, without any sort of movement, there shouldn't be any rooms that are too difficult at this point on. So now we have the little ocean maze for Vi. Let's see if he knows how to get through all of this. Yeah, you don't have to bomb. That is a shot block, so Vi doesn't have to bomb that out, but he's gonna go ahead and grab the missiles and is gonna roll on out of here. Vi looks like he's gonna try to grab the secret by taking that right side and gets that 1k secret. Meanwhile, Aleph has just finished up that BT fight and has to make his way up this Meridia tube. And quick rooms for Vi, and both players now past room 10 are now racking up points. So 2 points, now 3 points for Aleph, and Vi finding that charge beam right off the bat. So room 11, he's gonna be able to get through this room fine, but now any right doors are going to be a significant risk, because they might actually find Phantoon or Kraid. So here we go. We have Vi heading down to the left door, and let's see what he gets. Meanwhile, we have Aleph. Oh, finding that plasma, but ooh, so here we go. Here's the thing. Aleph is a casual player, so the way to get out of here is to do a tough wall jump or a bomb jump up to the top. And the problem is the wall jump with high jump boots is actually oh, Vi immediately okay, immediate reset for Vi. We got 3 points for Vi. Let's see if Aleph can get the worst room in the game, essentially, wall jump here. So Vi immediately seeing that Fantoon decides, I'm not doing that. Let's just get out of here. This is the tough wall jump. You have to kind of find the right, oh, almost had it, but broke spin at the top. So let's see if he can get that. Breaking spin. The other option is to do, okay, there we go. Gets to the top. Now he has to kill this pirate. Doesn't want to take a hit. That would spell the end of him. Vi immediately getting a pretty terrible room right off the bat. This room takes it's a horrible room. It takes 10 shots to kill each of these little dragons. And if you touch the lava even for a little bit into the spikes, and that's gonna spell the end of you. So that's why it's a tough room. That's okay, it's only room 2. You just take the reset and you go. Meanwhile, we have Aleph immediately finding the ice beam and heading to the left. And no current charge for Aleph, so no, we're not going to see any sort of Fantoon or crate until that charge beam comes into play. So we have Vi restarting back to the ship, and we have Aleph. Let's see if Aleph can get the early supers mock ball. No, not quite. Okay, so the issue with that mock ball right there is he went a little bit too far. You need to get that mock before the crumbles, but if you're not entering with a jump from the previous room, it is quite hard. You have to do a very short hop mock ball, and he actually got kind of close. So it's a good attempt, and Aleph with that wave beam, huge beam right off the bat. That's actually absolutely amazing. I think Vi is going to be able to get a damageless BT here. We'll see. This looks like a good position to be in. The only thing that he has to be careful about is to just make sure that when BT explodes, he gets 4 quick hits in, and he does. So good job, Vi. And yeah, Aleph honestly in a really, really good position here. 23 rooms with an incredible beam to boot. So this is looking really, really, really good for him right now. All right, so we have Vi heading to the left. Oh, tricky room. Now, the idea behind this room is you actually have to use ice to get up. That's what puts it in logic, ice plus high jump. And so if you end up killing all the fishes, the top left fish will actually constantly respawn and allow you to get back up. Now, this is a tough room, the Leodox room from Vi. Oh, missing the wall jumps, unfortunately, at the top. This is a really, really difficult room to get through. Almost all casual players hate this one, and unfortunately, Vi takes a hit, gets to the bottom, and the pirates are kind of all over the place. The best way to approach the Leodox room is to not wall jump between the left and right walls, but rather to just stick with the right wall, because if you jump on the left wall, if you jump on the left wall, the camera actually scrolls far enough left where the pirates on the left side of the room will activate and start jumping and shooting lasers at you. So you want to stick to wall jumping on the right wall if you can. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit easier for some if you don't do that, but here we go. We have Aleph finding that charge beam. Room 25 is going to maybe want to stick to left and down and up doors. Maybe try to avoid the right doors, because that's how you're going to end up getting that elusive Fantoon that's really, really difficult, honestly. As you saw, you saw Vi pretty much immediately reset upon seeing that Fantoon, because honestly, if you're a casual player, it's pretty hard to get past it. So that's kind of like, I think that was a wise play by Vi earlier, to just bank the 3 points and move on to the next round. Meanwhile, we have Aleph heading over and going down the Everest door. And we have Vi finding that morph. Oh, this is a tough situation. So Aleph does not have speed booster. And I don't know if he is capable of doing any sort of short charge. So, oh, this is the problem. He's gonna have to do a bomb jump to get up here. He's got a minute and 30 seconds. So this is definitely gonna be something that eats time. Let's see if he can get it. That bomb was a little bit too high. That bomb's a little bit too low. So you gotta find that sweet spot. Yeah, you can see he's adjusting and slowly building towards it, but it is not easy. And all this time that Aleph has to do this, Vi is banking more time. So here we go. Vi is already at room 10. And is at room 11, so is currently banking points, and is going to just make sure he gets these kills on these Zelas. And oh, Aleph gets through, but Vi just resets. Vi takes that immediate reset. I'm not sure which room that was. If anyone could tell me in chat, I think it was room 11 or 12, but let me know so I can add that. But Vi definitely approaching this with good tactical sense, saying, okay, this is a room I can't do. It's a very, very modest approach, and a very like, I'm gonna be efficient with what I can do to get across without having to waste too much time. So very, very smart play so far by Vi. And thank you, Savio, for checking for us. But here we go. We have Aleph does not actually have to, yeah, I think he saw the blue door as, wait a second, I don't have to do anything here. So he's out of here. That's where it can get kind of deceptive. You see one of those rooms and you think, oh wait, like I have to go get charged, but in fact you already did get that charge beam. But here we go. Aleph is already at room 32. So we are currently at the multiplier for Aleph, and he is currently banking 24 points. Every room after this is 2 points for Aleph. So Vi reset in room 12. So here we go. We have score for Vi heading up to 5 points, and we have Aleph. Honestly, I would say Aleph is maybe the favorite in this run, but also has gotten some favorable luck in this situation. So here we go. We have Vi making short work of BT right there, and we have Aleph heading down the path. Wow. Oh, gets clipped by the pirate. Gets clipped by the pirate. So unfortunately, room 32 takes the death, but not without banking at least 24 points. So a very strong start by Aleph. And we have Vi heading straight down. Watch that crab is heading over and trying to get to the next rooms to start banking up more time as well. So here we go. We have Vi. Vi has a little bit of my audio in the background, so I'll try to keep that up, but we'll keep that in mind. If anyone catches that, let me know. But all right, so we have Vi heading over to the left. We'll probably keep the audio on Aleph for a little bit here. But okay, so we have Vi. Let's focus on Vi here. We have Vi immediately picking up that wave beam. So that's already right off the bat. That is room 9 for Vi. And we have Aleph grabbing that morph at room 2 right off the bat. Oh my gosh, Vi, you have to be careful. That ouch would have absolutely killed him. But didn't take the death. We got some crab pleases in chat. I love it. And here we go. Vi, once again, getting past that room 10. So banking time once again. And let's see where Aleph can get with this. Vi might want to maybe consider running and picking up some of the health, because yeah, that E-Tank, the thing is in arcade, E-Tanks don't recover your health. They just give you 50. And that is a health reroll I would actually take, because even though things aren't hitting you that hard, we're only at that room 10 multiplier for Vi. What's unfortunately gonna happen is any kind of small things when you only have like 40 HP might still end up killing you, especially things in Meridia, in Norfair, things that hit you a little bit harder. So Aleph smacks that poem, gets a few extra points, and Vi is going to just go ahead and avoid these pirates, moving on forward. And look how fast Vi is going, already at room 16. So banking a bunch of time already, and finally finds that morph. For better, it could be for good or for bad, but remember, one of the problems with morph is it does bring you one step closer to that charge beam. That morph plus bombs, that's what opens up charge beam Big Pink. Nice smooth bonus for Vi, and nice just checking for Vi. So very well played so far. Meanwhile, what does Aleph have? Does Aleph have that ice beam for that extra DPS right here? Yeah, that ice beam. So this is definitely a situation where the ice beam is helpful, because the extra DPS, this fight just takes so long. 40 shots. Oh, Vi, gotta be careful. Is that enough damage? It's not enough damage. So unfortunately, takes that death. You have to start shooting immediately in that room, but here we go. Room 18, so there we go. We have 13 points for Vi. And now we are back to Aleph, who is currently at room 13 and is building up points once again. No YOLOs in here, Thorak, but all right, here we go. Aleph, not going for any sort of cleanser. Technically, with bombs and a super, you could get the cleanser, but that requires a lot of very questionable decisions on going to the bottom right and taking care of a Ripper that you normally would kill with a power bomb. So here we go. We have Vi picking up that quick E-Tank from Terminator and is running up as fast as he possibly can. And we have Aleph at room 7. Banking some time, is heading to the right, and we have Vi picking up a free E-Tank. Now that's 2 E-Tanks for Vi, which is actually very useful in this early game, especially if you're more of a casual. That actually does mean that if Vi took a hit from a crab, I think he would actually survive, maybe even at the room 10 multiplier as well. Okay, so here we go. Aleph now is in room 18, has the charge beam opportunity. Or not opportunity, but you're forced to get the charge beam at this time. So, ooh, watch out, taking some extra damage that you don't really want to. So, maybe not the path that maybe not the most efficient path, but grabs some of the missiles and grabs the charge. And here's the thing: you wanna make a few decisions. Do you take the left door from here to avoid the boss, or do you go to the right door to look for beams or speed boosters? So Aleph chooses to go take the left door, which will help you avoid, you know, some of the Fantoon and that kind of action. So here we go. We have Aleph picking up some quick farm with that 38 HP, felt a little bit uncomfortable with that health, wanted to make sure that he would stay alive. And we have Vi at room 12, moving on forward, and Aleph already at that room 20. So here we go. Vi jumping to the right. It's an interesting strategy. Normally you see people jump to the left. However, jumping to the right, completely acceptable. Gets through that down door safely, and off we go. He's gonna grab those power bombs. Might be one of the few first sets of power bombs we've seen in the game. So Aleph, this is one of those rooms where Ice Beam does help. It does kill the pancakes waivers just a little bit faster. Although, you know, one could argue that instead you can maybe consider using missiles for the actual one shot. And Aleph is going to have to get this, is going to have to shoot down these 3 seahorses. I would like to see him maybe use a missile in this situation. It would one-shot them as opposed to having to take your time too long with this Ice Beam, but that's completely fine. If you're not going to skip one of the acid cycles anyway, you can just save that missile and not worry too hard about it. Okay, but Vi already at room 18, banking up a ton of time, so things are looking good. Wow, the room 19 bomb Terizo. So already, you know, delaying that charge much longer than Aleph has so far. And we're gonna see with 4 missiles, Vi can use some missiles right there to shorten that fight if he so chooses, and he is going to do that. And then the rest of the fight will be with that Ice Beam. He's gonna tiptoe into place to make sure he's in that spot where Bomb Terizo jumps back without having to bother you. And very, very well played by Vi. And we have Aleph at room 25. So baking up a ton of room. And Vi gets out of there with pretty much full resources and that high jump. Oh, okay, here we go. So Kraid is normally a really good boss to get because the fight's not that long and you can get a lot of points for free and you're not dropping your timer. Unfortunately, this is not a possible quick kill. So basically, this might be a really long fight for Aleph, and that's gonna give Vi a really good chance to catch up. Oh, Vi might be dead here. Oh no. Oh, that's the problem. If you get into a Meridia sandpit situation and you wiggle the moment you fall into that sandpit, what ends up happening? Oh, Aleph, you gotta be careful here. First of all, we got 12 points for Vi, getting him to 25 points, and Aleph takes the death on that Kraid. So here we go. We have 26 points, so that's 16 points gained for Aleph, putting him at a nice 40-point lead, but Vi is already on the next room right off the bat. So what I was gonna try to say earlier is basically, if you are in a situation where you are in a Meridia and you see sand going down, the moment you see sand, if you land on it, it's fine. Then you can you run forward or something and you jump out. But if you see the sand and you decide to wiggle right before you hit the sand, you do a turnaround, you're gonna sink into the sand and it is over for you. That's basically what happened right there. That's something that if you are more of a casual player, you won't necessarily know. But oh, and Vi gets crab pleased right off the bat, gets hit by the crab, tried to stop himself. The way that you need to stop yourself there is you need to be holding an angle button if you're going through a door. If you hold the angle button, you'll stop on a dime. But unfortunately, Vi, as with the reflex, was just trying to hold right and didn't stop on a dime. Instead, kind of skid to the left, turned, kind of fell down to the quick fall to almost, I don't know the exact definition, but essentially like kind of flew into the ground and took that death. And unfortunately, that's gonna put him a little bit behind. So we have Aleph heading over room 6, and Vi is gonna kill some of that Puyo pile, 500 points each. So nice room for there. Aleph jumping over that crab, and we have Vi heading over to the next room. Had to just refresh that just in case there was a little bit of lag, and Vi is going to get bombs once again. And Aleph, let's see how he handles this room, because it is not easy. Oh, look at that. That's a good adaptation to make. Okay, so normally if you try to go fast, you just wall jump along the left side and take care of that pancake. But Aleph coming up with his own strats to wall jump along the right side, bait the little worm to come back down. Obviously, it's not going to be the quickest strategy, but this is a room that you will get killed basically, because all these things will kind of hit you for 70, 80 early game. 2 hits, you're dead. 1 hit, you're basically bleeding out. So very well played. That's a good adaptation that Aleph has made. That's the really cool thing about Super Metroid in general. When you can make these sort of adaptations and strats. You can make the game your own because you don't have to just watch, you know, some of the strongest players do certain strategies. You can come up with your own solutions to come get through some of these rooms, and you know, even at a casual level, those strats that are good for casual players, and that's a good play from Aleph. So we have Vi heading over, gonna try to bank up, trying to get that room 10 to start banking some time. I would definitely say Vi has had some of the more difficult rooms so far, but Aleph, not without having some difficult rooms such as that pancake and worm room, and gets through with the strategy of his own. So very well played. Now both players picking up some great items. Aleph with that high jump and with that Spacer Ice Beam, but Vi also currently has that Wave Beam, which is a very, very powerful beam. Lots of situations where you get into a bad spot where you have to shoot some monsters out, and you can't necessarily shoot them through a wall, but with Wave, you can. So that's why I think Wave is generally a little bit preferable to Spacer in this case. And let's see. Does Aleph know how to do a moonfall up here? Okay, so he'll take his time, and that is a moonfall. Now, just because he's not spinning doesn't mean it's not a moonfall. Obviously, it's not the quickest. However, it was a moonfall, and Vi is going to dodge that first crab. Now, the other crabs don't activate until the camera gets on screen, so should be completely fine. Just as long as you take care of this one crab gets through room, so very well played by Vi to get through that crab room, baiting out that one singular global crab that is making his way up there. By room 20, that crab actually starts gap skipping and comes around at a later time. So well played by Vi to kind of take his time and wait for that crab to come up, dodge the crab, and then get through. All right, so tough room for Vi. I think he wants to take this slowly because the fact of the matter is, if he touches a red pirate, he might be dead. He might be dead. So I think it's best to, yes, just hop on the platforms, kill the red pirates. The gray gamers will not kill you at this stage of the game. So that's very well played by Vi. A lot of times you'll see runners maybe rush that room, myself included, and you accidentally run into one of those red pirates and you end the run just really early. But yeah, both players pass that room 10, banking up time at this point. And we have Vi with that speed booster is going to head over. Speed booster, you got to keep in mind, you can't get speed booster unless you have at least 80 HP. That's the logic in it. So if you're searching for that speed booster in one of these arcade runs and you take damage early on, you have to make sure that you find some health at some point, or else you won't find that speed booster without at least 80 HP. All right, both players looking like they're on a very good run. We have Aleph at room 25. Heading to room 26, extra room for him, and Vi gets that space jump. I don't like space jump, especially for a casual. I don't know why that YOLO played. We're gonna try to make sure that doesn't play next time, but thank you. And Vi, no, unfortunately, takes a death, and that is room 23, so 13 points gained for Vi, and that's gonna put him at 38 points. And we have Aleph heading over, almost getting to that 2 multiplier. And oh, that's the problem with Ice Beam, that you freeze something, you can't run past it. So Aleph is gonna go back, try to get the speed boost through to get to the top. And it gets through, is going to, Aleph is YOLOing through room 30. All right, so very well played by Aleph so far. Aleph is absolutely cooking right now. We have Vi heading over to the right, and we have Aleph getting through this free room. So already currently at the multiplier. Vi excellently identifying that crab room and is able to stop, turn around, and get over to the next room. But Vi, I do want to say, if you get into that situation again, I want to see you holding an angle through the door, because if you hold that angle through the door, if you have any sort of run speed, it will cut the run speed and you don't accidentally fling yourself to the right. So Vi, once again, kind of following Aleph, so that's getting that free E-Tank and heading up that Terminator. We have 23 minutes left for both runners. I'm giving them a little discount because we started the timer late, but that's okay. We're gonna start that. We're gonna say they have 46 minutes for this run. So that was a room 32 bombs for Aleph. That's in a run like this where both players are really trying to avoid. Oh, Aleph, gotta get out of there. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna do much damage, but you know, you definitely wouldn't waste some time if you can't do that. But yeah, getting that late bombs obviously means you're getting a delayed charge, and that's obviously going to be very good at a level like this. So we have Vi narrowly avoiding that key hunter, immediately running left, well played. And oh yeah, okay, so Vi has plenty of health, only room 11s, no big deal. It's gonna get through, and Aleph chooses to go to the bottom doors on the road here and takes the right door. At this stage of the game, right or left door doesn't matter too much for Aleph. Either way, he's going to be getting charged because there's left and right doors to get there, but if he does want to avoid charge, he might want to consider taking one of the up or down doors. Obviously, some of those rooms can be a little slow, but not the worst. Oh, and room 36, we have the gauntlet for Aleph. Can he get through? This is one of the worst rooms you can absolutely get in arcade at any stage of the game, unless you get a YOLO or Shine Spark through. Ooh, Aleph understands that the acid will absolutely fry him, so make sure he's not messing with this. He's gonna take his time. This is the hardest part typically. You're gonna have to go to the center, you're gonna have to bomb out the top. And if you don't make it, oh, Aleph is just running to the left. Okay, so as you can see, his health already so low in a really bad situation. So yeah, if you morph right there, you don't want to bomb out. Oh, Aleph, I don't think you want. Okay, if he uses that, he's got to use it when the acid's coming down. He's got to use it when the acid's coming down. He took a little bit of damage, but very well played so far. Now, Aleph, you got to jump out of there. Oh, make a dual wall jump. Well played. Well played. All right, now I think he's gonna want to hang out here for a little bit, wait for the asset to go down, and I think he's gonna make it through. Very well played by Aleph. That was obviously it's not the quickest way to get through, but every point in here counts as 2 points, so it's huge for Aleph to even get through in the first place. So very well played by him. Meanwhile, we have Vi, room 20, picking up 2 free missiles. So very well played. Things looking very good for Vi as well. Aleph is trying to get a YOLO through the door. Doesn't quite get it, but that's okay. He's gonna just walk through now, and he is currently at room 58. This is always a little bit of a tricky room, and keep in mind, here's the thing. I have no doubt that either of these players will be able to easily generally make it past, you know, barring some crazy rooms, will generally always make it to rooms, the 10s, 20 marks. But the problem is, at this stage of the game, things are hitting you really hard. So Aleph is getting almost a room 40, which is absolutely incredible. However, the multiplier is very devastating. As you can see, Aleph has two full energy tanks that he just took random damage on. So we're getting to the point where once he gets to the room 40 multiplier, any hit is basically going to kind of kill him unless he recovers, and it's not good. So as you can see, Vi gets a room like this. This is a tough room, right? And it's room 20 multiplier, so we'll have to see if Vi can get through it, but it's not going to be easy at this point, and the damage that these metal pirates are doing or these little silver pirates are doing are not insignificant. All right, Metroid room for Aleph, and I think he has to kill the next Metroid. No, but unfortunately doesn't make it, and that's peace out for Aleph, but not without banking an incredible 40 points, 10 rooms on the multiplier. So huge points for Aleph, scoring 80 points right off the bat. And Vi is currently on a pretty solid run himself. So here we go. We have not a good room for Vi. What Vi really needs to do, Vi needs to kind of make this run really count if possible, but this is not the room that you really want. Aleph essentially getting a full room timeout is definitely one of the best situations you get into. So definitely an uphill battle for Vi, but let's see if Vi just hugs this left side. Oh, that's always a little bit scary. So as you can see, Vi did a right spin jump and then was like, I gotta go left, so holds left. Now the thing is, when you do that, if you're still spinning, you tend to actually, your momentum will carry you to the right a little bit before you start moving back to the left. So what I typically like to do is if I'm holding left, but I'm swinging to the right and I don't want to do that, I press a shot button. Once you press that shot button, your momentum to the right will completely cut and you'll start going in the direction that you actually want to. It's a weird Super Metroid jank physics things. Don't ask how it works exactly, but it's one of those things that you always have to be a little bit careful of. So here we go. We have Vi heading over room 27 is going to absolutely have to make this room count if possible. All right, so we have Vi. Oh, that's always a little. That's my voice. All right, we'll have the audio on Aleph. But here we go. We have Vi heading over, getting this. Nope, not quite getting that smooth. That's not a mock ball, but room 28. Room 28. Vi is getting very close to that point where you're gonna get double points, and honestly there might be a good chance that Vi can get a PB here. We're at that room 30, so very well played so far by Vi, and you have to grapple across. You have to grapple across. Those spikes will hit you for 60, so you got to be careful. All have taken a dangerous route down there, so yeah, you can't get this room without some way to get across the spikes, and that's a speed booster block. So Vi is gonna have to go to the left and speed booster across. Oh, I don't know if they know how to do this necessarily. Oh, don't land on the spikes. No, Vi takes a hit from the spikes. Unfortunately, that looks like you might have to do a very tiny short charge or start from the right. At least start from the very leftmost tile. But room 30, and that is good for 20 points. And so Vi is able to bank a cool 20 points, and it is now 80 to 58. Runners have 17 minutes and 40 seconds left. And Aleph is currently banking time at that room 16. Meanwhile, we have Vi restarting and is going to head to the right. So, all right, Aleph not getting hit by that crab. No crab, please, here. And room 18 bombs. So that's a solid bombs delay on the charge. Now, here's the thing. Getting that charge beam, it's fine. But it does add the bosses to the pool. Fantoon at this level is probably going to be a run killer. Kraid can be okay if these players have any experience. However, they are casual players. So if they're casual players, they might not know the quick kill. And honestly, Kraid, if you don't know the quick kill, is a pretty difficult fight. It's not something that is that trivial. It's the moving platforms, everything's happening. Wall jumps are kind of like what you need to do to get back up efficiently sometimes. But fortunately, ooh, almost hitting that cactus. That would have maybe done a lot of damage to him, but especially with 0 E-tanks. But yeah, so the charge is normally going to be okay. It's just you might want to consider avoiding the right doors because in this sort of timed race, it's just never a really good situation. So if I taking some hits, wasn't quite in the right spot, yeah, is backing up into the right spot now. That should be good. So Vi's gonna definitely get some health back after this Bomb Chorizo fight, and everything should be nice and dandy after that. And we have Aleph heading over into that top door. And yeah, we go. Vi gets that health refill, and Aleph is going to the right, and we have a nice free super missile for Vi. The super missiles always come into play, so let's see how Vi handles this. Now, Grapple will one-shot these worms. Oh, that was a risky play by Vi to jump down and downshot the... Oh no! What did Aleph just die to? Was that a Meridia bug? Unfortunately, Aleph dies at room 25, but that is good for 15 points. So we have 95 points for Aleph, and we have Vi heading over to the top right, heading out that right door. And we have Vi making short work of these key hunters. Now it's 6 shots. You could use the super there, but you could also hold that super. Oh, the Metroid. Oh, Vi, get out of there. No, it's the crab, please. Unfortunately, the jump, Vi had to hold that jump button there. Because if you don't hold the jump button, obviously you're gonna start falling. So Vi unfortunately lost the jump press, fell back down, and because you're moving so slowly in the water, falls back down, and the crab ends up getting him. So that's a restart for Vi. We have 15 minutes left for both runners, and we have Aleph. Crab pleases in chat. We have Aleph getting that bomb. Aleph in the chat typing that crab please. All right, so both players basically in the same room. We have room 3 for Aleph, but room 2 for Vi. And here we go. Let's see if both players can get that damageless. So Vi, yep, so both are in this right spot, and I think both players are now also in the right spot. Yeah, so Vi actually stepped back a little bit too much. So Vi was in a spot that was completely fine. But I think what Vi's issue here is that he actually keeps stepping back too far. So, yeah, he's always either a little bit too far left, and then when he goes back to the fourth, so now he's in the right spot. This should be completely fine for him. And you'll see Bomb Chorizo fly back. Didn't have to do it that time because Bomb Chorizo was taken care of at that point. We have Aleph attempting to get the quick fall, but unfortunately it's not the easiest thing. So he should have maybe considered shooting out the left blocks to get those missiles, but unfortunately he doesn't do that. So yeah, don't want to be going down to the bottom. The only way you can kill those green pirates with the current loadout is with bombs, so that's not good. This is the problem with Pea-Shooter. 6 shots for Aleph, and we have Vi with the Spazer. So yeah, Vi, ooh, Aleph taking the, oh my god, Aleph, be careful, those crabs will absolutely end you. They're gonna hit you for about 160, I think. So yeah, Aleph taking the bottom route, which, you know, is going to not give you something like a charge beam. Well, I mean, he's got charge beam now, so in the end couldn't avoid it. But also at the same time, if you took the right door, you do have the option of getting additional beams and upgrades that you wouldn't have when you take the down door. So we have Vi heading over. Now you can go to the top and do the clipping bonus, which I would maybe consider doing from that door. However, if you don't know how to do it or you can't do it quick, that's not the best play. Now we have a reserve, the first reserve of the night, reserve for Vi. That's really, really powerful. Now the reserve, now here's the thing. The reserve ultimately is not going to save you in extremely difficult rooms. However, a random hit from a crab, and you will stay alive with the reserve as long as you can kind of recover, think about what your next move is during the recovery animation, and make it through. So that's a very, very powerful pickup by Vi. And we have room 11 for Aleph, so he's now gaining points, and we have Vi right behind at room 8 is going to grab the secret, head out to the left, and is also going to start gaining points very shortly. All right, so quick down door for Vi. Quick high jump and speed pickup, so excellent movement now for Aleph. And here is a problem. Here is a problem. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Vi, I don't know if he got past room 10, but it looks like Vi is not confident in his wall jumps, so saw that room and decided, you know what, I can't do it. Let's move on to the next room if possible. And that is, you know, I think for race purposes, I think Vi is making the right choices for understanding his own skill level and understanding what he cannot do, is trying to be as efficient as possible with what he cannot. Okay, so we have Vi moving on into the next one, immediately hits that wave beam, room 2, and we have Aleph heading over room 16, is going to bomb out these blocks and probably exit immediately out of the left door. But yes, the bomb jumps, unfortunately, if you're casual, is not good. Vi avoiding the crabs that time, but once again, like I was saying, Vi, because Vi was not holding an angle through that door, ended up sliding kind of down that, without stopping on a dime. That's the thing. It's a good thing to know for a casual. Ooh, Aleph setting up a moonfall right there. Very well played. As you can see, Aleph clearly like kind of learned that if you don't let go of your shot and your like angle button, you will do the moonfall still. However, you won't get the spin jump. So even though it looked a little bit weird, that was in fact a moonfall. That worm would have. There you go. That worm would have killed Aleph. So there were 3 more worms that Aleph had to take care of, and unfortunately takes the death, gets wormed. And there we go. That is 10 points good for Aleph with that 105. So very well played by Aleph, banking the points. And here we go. Vi is now at room 10 and is going to start banking points from this point on. And here we go. Vi, I think that looks like Vi did pick up that speed booster, so zooming through, has a nice beam, ice and wave, so the beam is nice and powerful. As you can see, Aleph just starting the game is going to have to get through the zone with just the pea shooter. Now these pancakes are going to hit for 70, so that's kind of the problem. Oh, Aleph just getting smacked by the pancake, and here comes the waiver. Okay, we're good. So the pancake, once again, will be an immediately death sentence at this point with only 39 HP. It's weird how these little floaty guys, these pancakes, actually just nuke you. But the little waivers just don't do anything. They hit you for 10. But anyways, it looks like it's mainly because the little pancakes are kind of like Meridia monsters. So on a different kind of stage of the game. Vi, I think, is a little bit too close. No, just barely not too close. So Aleph has to get 6 shots on all of these key hunters. You want to do 3 shots to clip the wings. Otherwise, they start swooping and the pattern is really difficult. Oh, watch out. There's a lot of them. Get out of there, Aleph. You have to kill them all. Those doors don't open. Okay. Oh, gets spat on. So immediately takes that death. That's a key hunter please moment. So Aleph, that room honestly is not that easy. The best situation. Oh, and Vi takes a hit from the crab. Unfortunately, the crab decides to do a backflip. Does a ninja backflip and smacks Vi right in the foot. So that is good for 3 points. So Vi gets 3 points right there. It is now 61 points for Vi. And that's how you can tell. That's why if you watch people play arcade and you're like, hey, maybe, you know, I can get to room 100, I can get to room 200. Look, there's all these free rooms, right? If you're new to Super Metroid, that's how you're gonna die. That's just how it is, because everything, the movement is not as easy as you might think. And it takes a long time to kind of like get practiced and efficient at moving Samus, and things like the small things I was talking about with Vi, like entering the crab tomb and you go, oh shoot, there's a crab, I need to turn around. You press the other direction. Well, if you're not holding angle to stop yourself on a dime and you turn around immediately, what ends up happening is you have momentum carrying you the other way, and you fall into the crabs. Things like that, unless you get them down proper, it's going to be really hard to not just avoid deaths like that. You saw Aleph struggling to kind of get the movement correct to dodge the key hunters, and you know, Aleph has been popping off, playing extremely well, but in the end, the game is just actually that hard. So here we go. Aleph is gonna head down to the right. We have 8 minutes left for both runners. Vi picking up the bomb chorizo and bombs, bomb chorizo kill and the bombs. And we have Aleph YOLOing through that door right into the energy refill. Doesn't want that refill. We're gonna hear that beeping. Currently at room 7, we have Vi. Is he going to jump over the crab? Yes, he's going to jump over the crab, saying, you know what? I want to take that down door. I don't want to wait for no crab. Let's get out of here. Aleph can, oddly enough, actually tank the hits right now. They only hit for 15. Obviously more after the multipliers, but no current multiplier yet. And Aleph, this is a hard room. Okay, so normally with this room, you would normally approach it with speed boost, or you would do a short charge spark across. However, that's not tech that casuals typically know. So very well played. If you go on the Super Metroid Arcade hacks page on Metroid Construction, you read the reviews, you'll see a 1-star review saying this hack sucks. I was playing on like easy. It's not for casuals. I could not get across the ocean room that Aleph was just in, but there you go. Aleph is still relatively new, and with a little bit of practice has able to make those jumps. They're tight, but not the easiest. Let's see if he can get this mock ball. Doesn't quite make it. That's okay. One of the problems without getting that mock ball is that you actually can't land on that left ledge, so you kind of fall to the bottom. But in this case, Aleph wanted to go down anyway. Oh, watch out, Aleph. We have Vi picking up that morph and has 9 HP. So in a sketchy situation, but we have Vi, room 11. So both players are now picking up points to move forward. And Vi is going to have to make, the fact of the matter is Vi is going to have to make this room count. And we have Aleph hitting us with that YOLO. Let's see what he gets. Excellent YOLO, no punishment there, just 500 free points. Oh no, Vi falls into the Vileplume. Gonna have to wait until the Vileplume stops munching and jump out. Definitely a room where if you have some high jumps, it can be a little bit dangerous. And here's an interesting thing. If you will notice how it works for casuals, when you do a spin jump with Samus, and you press left and right, your momentum will sort of like keep carrying you to the left and the right. So if you're a new player, that's very jarring and difficult, because what ends up happening is you're trying to land on a small platform, you press left, and you're kind of hoping you slightly cut your momentum, but in reality, you're just shifting the momentum to the left. So you'll see people jump and they'll wiggle left and right like, oh shoot, and they try to land on the ground, and it's almost like a little bit of a panic moment, right? There are ways you can completely cut your momentum, but it involves hitting buttons like down, hitting buttons like up, R, shot. That's how you would like kind of do that if you're in a situation where you're like, I need to stop my momentum and I don't want my momentum carrying me because I need to land on this one tile like platform. So as you can see, Vi, had some trouble right there, but was able to get through. And we have Aleph getting through. He's dead. Aleph is gone. There's no way he could lay the power bomb. But he propelled himself upward. Okay, but is he gonna emit this? Oh, he almost emitted that. He almost landed on the spikes. Lays another power bomb. Oh my goodness, and he makes it through. Absolutely amazing. Now, here's the thing. The hopper cooperated, and Aleph was able to avoid the hopper from just smacking him in the face and taking him out. Unfortunately, was not at a high enough level to get killed right there. And Aleph, I cannot believe he didn't land on the spike. The spike hitbox is way longer than you would expect, and he actually weaved to the right last second to avoid the spike hit and survives. Well, here we go. 4 minutes left for both players, both on very good runs right now. 20 on for Aleph and 20 for Vi, but we're gonna have to see probably a PB from Vi if he wants to take this first match. So it's a tall order, but we'll see. It's not over yet, so if they take the death right now, we still have 4 minutes left. All right, so Vi heading down to the right. We have Aleph heading down and taking that down door, and Vi finally finds that charge beam. Aleph, once again, with a slightly better beam, is going to teach a better situation where all the key hunters are stacked on the left. Is going to take care of these key hunters, no issue this time. Very well played. Aleph gets his revenge. The revenge of Aleph. And here we go. We have high jump for Aleph, and we have charge for Vi. So one of the things that you keep in mind, we've seen Aleph get this room. He actually took a death in it, but you get that infamous Oats room if you have that high jump beam, or if you get the high jump boots, because that does put that long Batoon E-Tank hallway in logic. So here we go. Same thing with Vi. Vi now gets the high jump boots, and Vi does have that morph. Okay, so Aleph, once again, I'd like to see him lay a power bomb here. That I think is probably the best approach, because then you don't have to deal with any of this. You just lay the power bomb and you'll take care of 3 columns immediately, but he's gonna choose to conserve it right here. Can't say I necessarily agree with that choice. Is gonna lay the power bomb now to break that and take care of the 1 waiver. So now at this stage you don't want to be laying the power bombs, but oh, okay, so didn't quite get the thing. Okay, keep jumping in the air. Oh no, and Vi takes a death to one of the big hoppers. Unfortunately, that room is quite difficult. 26 rooms, and that is good for 16 points for Vi. So we're gonna get a cool 77 points for Vi. And we have Aleph lays the power bomb, makes it through. Is he gonna get through this gauntlet without taking that death? Uses the last power bomb to break that set of blocks. Is probably gonna have to wait this cycle, and we have Vi heading over. Got 1 more run for Vi. And we have Aleph running through. And Vi tried to get that moonfall. Good attempt, but didn't quite get it. And very well played so far by Aleph. We're at that room 30, so now we're at double points. And can he get, nope. Can he get that pitless? No, he cannot. All right. It's not a pitless, it's a pit full. And we have Vi immediately getting that bomb Chorizo. So one of the problems with that bomb Chorizo, like I said, with P-Shot, it is a long fight, and it's going to possibly take most of the time. So if Vi, at this point, Vi will probably either have to make this run count, or if he dies early, can get another one. But we're getting down to the last minute and a half, where we're getting to the final run of this set. Oh, and Aleph immediately gets smacked by a waiver and takes that immediate death. That's why you kind of need that additional health, and that's why that room 32, the multiplier at that point, the waivers are not messing around, but that is good for 24 points. So Aleph with 129 points, absolutely playing out of his mind right now. And Vi has to make this final run count. Vi has to make this final run count. So Aleph is going to try getting that CWG, gives it a few attempts, doesn't quite make it. That's okay. Runners have 55 seconds left. Aleph picks up that Spazer. Great start for Aleph. Not the best room for Vi, but should be able to get through it. And nice kills on the Puyo Pile. Oh, Vi takes that death, but it's okay. Vi can go again. Vi's got the time to go again. It was only room 7. In the end, dying there doesn't make that much of a difference, because it's the final run that you have. It's the final run that you have that you can finish off on. So Vi is going to go ahead and start this run up. And Aleph is going to once again get past his nemesis, 3 Musketeers. The Walmart discount 3 Musketeers, and Aleph gets through there. The best value 3 Musketeers. Aleph has taken care of it. All right, so here we go. We have Aleph getting through. Nice Puyo Pile for Vi. You want to actually shoot the Puyo Pile while crouching, so that the hitbox kind of starts in the center of the pile, and you can kind of hit everything in there. But that's completely fine. And we are on the final run for both of these players. This is going to be the last run before both runners have to call it here. And if Vi takes a death at this point, at any moment before reaching rooms very far in, then that means Aleph will be taking game 1. So Aleph is going to keep playing out this run and try to make sure that the lead is maintained. Because if Vi has a really, really good run here, obviously that could be the upset at this point. So here we go. Vi is standing up. Nope, it was in the right spot. Okay, now Vi is currently in the right spot. And should be able to get this damageless BT, barring any sort of weird pattern or situation to happen in the end. So here we go. Aleph currently at room 15 is gaining points right now. Room 5, that's 5 points, good for 5 points right now. But Vi is currently on that room 7, heading to room 8, getting some wiggles in there. And Aleph finally finds BT. This BT fight will be a little bit quicker. It doesn't really matter at this point, because this is the final run for both players. But Vi picking up that grapple beam, that is not what you want to see, because even though grapple has good uses, unfortunately, I think grapple is very much a tool that is good for a higher, like very high level players, because grapple, the tech that you can do with it is good. However, you get some really, really bad rooms like the X-Ray Hall, you get the Coliseum. Those rooms are death sentences for pretty much all levels of play. So unfortunately, I would say that's not a good one. The other thing is, if you get charge beam, that grapple will eventually unlock give you the option for Dragon. You cannot avoid Dragon even if you take a left or right door. Both of those doors will give you that Dragon opportunity. Aleph is taking this extremely carefully. Very carefully. Looks like he's got his own strats figured out for this Leodox stream, so very well played. Aleph coming into this, honestly, Aleph coming into this match very well prepared. These are some very unique and nice strats that Aleph is using to yeah, survive. So honestly, if you're a casual player, so as you can see, Vi, if Vi stopped on a dime right there, that wouldn't have happened. That little slam into the ground. But yeah, I think Aleph's strategies in this room might be worth studying if you're very much a new player. So very well played. Vi is YOLOing into it. I love it. YOLOing into that more. Free 500 points and gets through. Room 17 for Vi. And let's see. It will Aleph takes the hit and loses the damage list. That's always a tilter. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. Aleph is heading over to the next room, and we have Vi is going to be heading to the right. Will Vi make this run count? Unfortunately, sometimes it will be out of your hands, but Vi is going to try to get that power bombs. Now, power bombs are always useful. You get into a situation where you have bad enemies in the way, and you just lay the power bomb and take care of all of it. But we have to keep our eyes on Vi, because Vi's run is what counts. Decides, no, I don't want that E-Tank. Let's get out of there. 58 HP. Gotta be careful. No! Vi takes the hit. And that is it. That is it for game one. With 10 points for Vi. Vi finishes with 87 points. And Aleph with 22 points. Very well played by Aleph. An extremely strong showing. And wow, I'm very impressed. It's Aleph honestly came into this run ready to go. So guys, we're heading over. We're gonna be ready to start game two. And if you're both ready, I will start the countdown. Aleph is ready. Skythrow says, let's go. All right, here we go. The countdown is now starting. Bam. Here we go. We're gonna get the live split up. And I'm going to start the timer right when it says go. Go! Good luck to both the runners. It is the race to as many points as possible within 45 minutes. And we have Aleph and Vi off the ship now. At least Aleph is off the ship. And here we go. Let's see who can do it for this game two. Aleph immediately getting bombed to Rizzo, and Vi is just heading straight into the next room. Free pack of missiles at the very right, but Vi decides not to take those and just goes on and moves. Doesn't want to waste any time. Is just moving on to the next room. So Vi already taking that quick lead of those 4 rooms. And the crabs! Oh boy. Okay, so we've noticed that when Vi gets in that situation, sometimes he kind of like, he tries to jump, but I think he let goes of the jump button. That's the second time we've seen that. Because he was on the right side, he wasn't punished for it because the crabs are going left. The crabs at this stage would probably kill Vi, so always have to be a little bit careful on that. But speed booster, 4 missiles, Spazer, excellent start for Vi. I would say much better than Aleph's start so far. So things are looking very good, and we're gonna get those rules up, but here we go. We have Vi, another free room. Meanwhile, Aleph gets, this room is fine from the right side, but you do have to wait for this crab. This crab is so slow, pre-10. And you have to decide, if you don't go right away, you're like, oh shoot, I wanna take that right door, but the crab is sort of like in the way, what do I do? Oh gosh. Now, something that could have happened that actually happened to Vi in the first game is, if Aleph opened the door while the crab was hanging on the door on the right, that crab might have done a little backflip, and then Aleph might have like not realized it and gotten backflip kicked in the face, like kind of like Guile from Street Fighter 2. But Aleph was able to kill the crab and heads through the next room. We have the best value 3 Musketeers once again for Aleph. With the Spazer Beam is going to make short work of it. 3 shots to kill it, 2 shots to clip the wings, 1 more shot to take out the actual 3 Musketeers. And Vi makes short work of that BT, refills those missiles, and is going to head on over already with a strong start. Room 12. Now, There is a damage multiplier, so this room is unlocked by wave, and you do have to shoot this last hopper and is able to make it. So very well played. Looks like Aleph was actually able to avoid damage, and both players with a very strong beam right off the bat. Wave plus Spazer for both players, so this is looking really, really good so far. Aleph is just going ahead and taking his time and killing everything. Meanwhile, we have Vi just running over to the right, and this is looking really good. Vi already at that room 16 now, and we have Aleph at room 12, so or room 11 heading into room 12 right now. So it looks like that's a good damage list. Oh no, it looks like Aleph took damage early on, so didn't quite get the damage list in that room. Unfortunate, but that's okay. Just loses out on some points. And we have Vi, has to be careful. That's a room that Vi is in where if you're jumping, you need him to kind of press down and cut your momentum because you don't want to fall into that crab if possible. So Vi, room 18, no matter what room this is, should be able to get through just fine. Oh, Aleph! Oh, he died. Wait, is he gonna get hit by the door transition? Is he safe? He's safe! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. In Super Metroid, if you are fading out through the door and an enemy walks into you, you still take the hit. So if Aleph was going through that door transition and the crab decided, hey, I just want to hit Aleph through the door transition, he would have been dead right at that point, but avoids the death right there and moves on. Meanwhile, we have Vi in room 11. Oh, okay, crab room, but his beam is really good. He needs to go slow. He needs to go slow, and he needs to stop on a dime if a crab does not die. Go slow, Vi, and you got this. Don't run, no! Runs a little bit and takes the death. So, Vi at room 21, that's good for 11 points. And moves on forward. Aleph, meanwhile, is on room 19, gets that free super. So here we go. Vi is once again going to restart, and Aleph is going to be heading down. So far it's looking good for Aleph, but that was a good run for Vi to kind of get through. So very well played so far. All right, Aleph quickly grabs that secret, is heading over to the right. We're at room 22 for Aleph right now, and decides to go down the elevator. He could have went to the right. You need to use a super there, but there's Cax down there that refills your supers. But going down the elevator is completely fine. Now you use your choice of a door. You can go left or right. It's kind of up to you. But so far, looking quite good. And yeah, Aleph is going to have to make sure he doesn't touch any sort of crab. Vi also is going to have to make sure that he doesn't touch a crab. So both these players, you know, channeling their Bastion Blue, the queen of the crabs, making sure that they don't touch any crabs here. So yeah, that's the one thing you'll see. Vi is actually falling down without that spin. The spin is dangerous, so watch. If he, okay, so yeah, he's gonna fall down there and falls right into the crab. That's okay. This ain't Mario. Goomba stopping the crab does not work. The crab decides to kill you. They're like piranha plants. But here we go. Room 4, that's okay. Restart. That room sucked anyway. It is not, you know, the death is whatever. We'll just start. It's not like it was a death at room 11 where you're starting to gain points. So here we go. Aleph is moving on. Room 26. And crab, please. And Aleph is gonna get hit by that Rinka through the door, so that's gonna hit him for like 30 damage or something. Oh, he did not take the hit. Okay, so that Rinka, when it spawns, if you're too slow through the door, it will hit you during the door transition, but it looks like he was able to avoid it. Good start for Vi, is able to get the wave beam. Now, Aleph needs to lay a power bomb here. That's a respawning B-Tom. And he doesn't want to mess with it. Okay, he's just out of here. Doesn't want the missile. Doesn't want the E-tank. He's just saying, nope. Let's get out. Let's get out of here if you can. Another hopper room for Aleph. I think the little hopper on the left is going to start chunking kind of hard. Probably won't take a death. Now Aleph, showing the inferiority of a controller D-pad, breaking spin while trying to do the wall jump. And yep. With those, you know, random up presses, it takes a while. Vi, normally a really bad room, and it still kind of is a bad room. Oh, very well played by Vi. I keep harping on people to do this, but with that wave beam, if you stand on the platform, angle shot down, you can kill the little seahorses because they're waiting underneath the ground. They're waiting underneath the ground. You have to trigger them while walking up, but with wave beam, you shoot through walls, you shoot through tiles, and that's very well played. Vi, making good use of that wave beam, is going to wait out this cycle because you stand on the acid for about 2 seconds and you're dead. 75 HP is not enough. So all right, Aleph doing really well on a very, very good run. Takes a hit from the fire flea. It's okay. Those things don't hurt that much. Is Vi gonna grab this secret? Yep, gonna grab that 750 secret and is gonna head up the door. Now, I think so far the only time we've seen a timeout so far was Aleph on that very big run he had at room 40. I think timed out in one of the final rooms. had to do a really long bomb jump, but only had a few seconds left. Wasn't able to make it. But that was the only time that they saw. Oh, Aleph! Oh my gosh! Gotta be careful of that ouch. Now, as you can see, once again, the swing that Aleph was doing, he could not stop himself from going right. If you are swinging that way and you're spin jumping and you need to stop yourself going right, just press the shot button. Press the shot button, you will stop. If you're holding left and you press shot, you'll stop going to that right and you won't fling yourself into an ouch like almost just happened to Aleph. All right, so Vi, you know, it's kind of funny. We talk about speedrunners and people that play Super Metroid. There's other games, I'm thinking games like, you know, Mario, right? Where typically you're running to the right and then you're just jumping and you kind of wiggle that way. So very well played by Vi, able to get through that room. But Super Metroid, everyone sort of has their mark, right? Nice shot by Aleph to two-shot those with one beam. But everyone in Super Metroid, there's a lot of downtime sometimes, and you kind of see like little there's a lot of flavor between all the runners. So one of the things I've noticed with Vi is after Vi kills BT, Vi really likes doing a little wiggle dance after the fight, right? So it's like you can often tell who you can identify a Super Metroid player by kind of like their quirks, if that makes sense. So I could definitely identify Vi because after BT, he always likes doing a little wiggle dance after the fight. No holding angle or anything, just a little dance. So yeah, whenever Vi kills BT, I want to see some like dance emotes in the chat. Okay, that's what we're gonna see next time. So here we go. But maybe Vi won't have to kill BT again, because maybe this will be the run of his life. But meanwhile, speaking about run of life, like Aleph is on an insane run. Room 44, 15 rooms into the 2x multiplier. Extremely good run so far, and looks like he's not really stopping. Still a minute 30 on the clock, so looking really good for Aleph right now. And let's see, he's gonna morph through, and oh my gosh, like, is he gonna PB? Is he gonna PB this run? Oh, watch out, the bug's still coming. No, he didn't kill the bug. Commentator's curse in full force. And that's arcade. That's good for 52 points. However, that is arcade for you. Arcade, you might think, is it a matter of masterfully dodging and doing complicated rooms and complex things to maximize your score? The reality is the vast majority of arcade is, how do I not just randomly die by something? Because something will always end up killing you. Now, what Vi has to do is he has to wall jump up that one tile gap. It's not easy. And he has to lay a power bomb at the top. Unfortunately, there's always this B-Tom that's trying to get you. So unfortunately, Vi takes that death right as well. It is not an easy room for a casual player, but that is good for 12 points. And that is going to put Vi at 23 points. All right, so Aleph heading over to the right. Immediately getting that bomb to Rizzo. And we have Vi restarting. 34 minutes and 30 seconds left for both of these runners. Aleph honestly on like a PB pace on that previous run, but through the power of my voice took that death to that seal. Unfortunately, the 6 or 7 bombs that he laid was all just a little bit too far away, and the Zila literally ran past all the like 6 bombs that Aleph left and smacked him in the leg. I think by the time he laid like the 6th bomb, he was like, there's no way I didn't kill this bug, right? There's no way I didn't kill this bug. And then I think he like stopped because he's like, I killed it, right? I killed it. I'm pretty sure I killed it. The answer was no, you did not kill it. And unfortunately, that's arcade. So here we go. We have Aleph heading over. It's room 5 and grabs that secret, is gonna head out that left door. Had his choice between the bottom door or the top door, or there. Both will be left doors and they'll lead to the same spot anyway. So it's completely fine. And we have Vi with that high jump boots, gonna have a little bit extra movement. And we have Aleph heading out the right door. So, ooh, nice moonfall from Vi. So both these players know how to do that moonfall tech. So clearly have done a little bit of studying to figure out exactly how to maximize some of the speed through those rooms. So that moonfall, it's a complicated maneuver. You need to turn moonwalk on at the start of the game. So it's in the control setting, the special settings. And what you have to do is you have to hold shot and walk backwards. And then while you're doing that, you're holding an angle button, and then it's a complex set of movements, but essentially you are holding, let's say, an angle button, back, and shot, and then you tap jump, you let go of everything, And basically you do a very strange jump and you should be able to, ooh, baits out that boulder, fall with an uncapped amount of move speed. So will he bait the boulder out or will he jump it? He's jumping it. Oh, he makes it over. Wow, Aleph making it over that boulder. I always wonder if people are gonna try jumping. I think maybe people don't know how to like not bait it, because you do have to go back and land on the little face guy that's shooting fireballs. They're called funes, but everyone likes jumping that boulder. It's always a little bit risky. Aleph would absolutely have died at that point with 39 HP, but makes it through. And this is a tough room. Aleph's gotta go. He's just gotta go. Ignore that. Now, at this point on, what he needs to do with that wave beam, this is why wave beam powerful. It's so powerful because you can just shoot. Oh, he doesn't have wave beam. How is he gonna do this? Okay, he's gotta, oh, he takes a hit, 90 damage. Get up there, Aleph. Oh, you can make it. And he gets through. Oh my gosh. The menus at room 11 with the multiplier only hitting him for 90 damage. I mean, only hitting him for 90, almost killing him, but he survives. The ouch decides to play nice and doesn't immediately kill Aleph, just kind of stares at him menacingly, but he stays alive and he makes it through. That's one of the toughest rooms in the game, especially if you don't have a wave beam or power bombs to answer it. And you can see the frustration in Aleph immediately getting rewarded. Immediately getting rewarded by Gauntlet in room 5. And that is arcade for you. That's arcade for you, folks. The fact of the matter is, arcade doesn't care what you had to do in the past. It doesn't care what you have to do in the future. You get through a Ridley fight, I'm gonna give you the wasteland. You get through the menu room where the flies are basically one-shotting you. You struggle so hard, you work so hard, you use so much mental capacity to make it to the room, almost died, 9 HP, you're bleeding out, and you think, oh, maybe the game is gonna give me a break. No, you get that gauntlet and you're gonna appreciate it, or else you just restart. That's what happened. Aleph takes the death and is back on room 1. Meanwhile, Vi is cooking up a good run here. We got room 23 and that's charge beam. So once again, with the grapple and the charge beam, not the greatest. It's not the greatest situation because now left doors can still give that Dragon. You can get Dragon from the left and the right in arcade, and unfortunately with grapple that is now in logic. So if you get Dragon at this point, we've seen it before. Vi is probably going to immediately reset. It's an efficient way. I would say Aleph today has maybe brought some of the strats, stronger strategies than Sky. That's going to be, no, okay, I thought that was going to be a boss for Vi, but not a boss for Vi. I would say Aleph has brought maybe some slightly better execution and some of the strats to get through some rooms that Vi hasn't been able to. However, I think what Vi has done is, with the limited time that he's been able to maybe play and practice in terms of execution, has been able to, doesn't quite get the missiles and stuff out of time. But what I think Vi has brought to the table is quick decision making in terms of, I need to restart this. I can't do this room. Let's not waste any time. So when Vi gets to a room, we've seen like, I can't do this, I'm resetting, let's go to the next one. So there's been no wasted time in that regard. Whereas Aleph is obviously a little bit more like, let's try to get through this room, let's get this bomb jump. Even if it takes like a few minutes, I'm gonna do it. So that's kind of like playing to their strengths. So I think Vi is heavily playing to his current strengths, and we'll see if that pays off, because that's definitely saving some time, even though Aleph had a good run in that first game. But yeah, once again, Aleph is at room 9 and had that really bad gauntlet room, so took a ton of time, and Vi is absolutely catching up at this point. So once again, we have a Leodox room for Aleph. It's taking some time, missed the damage list already, and right now, because there's no room 10 multiplier, is only going to be hit for 15 if he goes through it. Now you can shoot them. In the end, it's going to be about time neutral because you gain 1,000 points. Ooh, nice, busting out that super, making use of resources so he doesn't have to waste time. And Aleph picks up an E-Tank, so he's gonna go ahead and run over. But meanwhile, look at that, Vi is already at room 9, pretty much immediately caught up to Aleph. There you go, caught up to Aleph, room 10 for Vi right off the bat. That being said, yeah, like we said, Aleph did already do that bomb chorizo fight, so this is gonna take some time. But with that Spazer, it's not a 40-shot fight, it's much quicker than that. So here we go. Ooh, Aleph knew to stay a little bit off the wall to not get hit by that crab. and is going to do a little bit of a moonfall right there. So once again, that's a moonfall. Now the reason why Alef's moonfall probably looks a little bit weird is because he's not letting go of that angle button. So if you're holding angle, you have your arm cannon up the whole time, right? So if you have your arm cannon up the whole time, you're not spin jumping. So if you want to do that moonfall while you're spinning, you need to let go of the angle too as soon as you do that jump and release. All right, now we got the little dance emotes in chat. As you can see, Vi did a little bit of a little wiggle dance. Oh, immediately gets hit. Immediately gets hit. But, you know, 3 points, that's good. Immediately gets hit by the crab. That's a crab please moment for sure. Where's Bastion when you need her? All right, so Alef crouching into the Puyo pile. So the shot kind of spawns in the center of the Puyo pile and you're able to kill them all a little bit faster as opposed to starting from the top and shooting them individually. And that's arcade. So here we go. Vi is at the Puyo pile right now. There you go. There we go. Vi has learned. Vi has learned in the middle of this. Walked up, crouched, shot the middle of the Puyo pile, killed all but 2 immediately, very quickly. That's a little bit of arcade tech that if you're all there wondering how this works, that's some good arcade tech. So Vi picks up that bombs. Both players in the same spot, but Alef's fight is going to be significantly faster. Alef could drop a super here, because Bomb Turret is at 800 HP, and that super does 600. So all you need to do is shoot him a few times, basically, and then drop that super, and you'll pretty much one-shot BT. I mean, I guess it's not technically a one-shot, but the super will do an incredible amount of damage and end that fight just a little bit quicker. And we have a YOLO for Alef going into that room 22. Is not going to get hit by the Ripper, so a good 500 free points for Alef. And is he going to get... No, he is not going to get that E-Tank on the left. It does take a while, so opts not to do it. And grabs that Ice Beam. So Vi grabs that secret and is heading back down. And that is a good free Power Bomb pickup for Alef at the cost of a little bit of health because it's a heated room. And we have a speed booster for Vi. So far, a speed booster, very good item. This is a great start, I would say, for Vi. The only thing that's kind of missing is a decent beam for Vi. Now... Oh! Alef tried so hard to get that spark off. Unfortunately, sparking in the air can be a little bit tricky. You kind of want to like break your spin with either angle up, or you want to press up in order to get that spark going. But unfortunately wasn't able to do that, so lost it. Vi is also YOLOing through. That's what we're talking about, and right into a health refill for Vi. So Vi now going to be entering room 10 and is going to start gaining points from this point on. This is a tough room for Alef. So, oh, Vi is just gonna reset. Vi is gonna reset, unfortunately, room 10. That room is complicated. Now, if Vi was able to get past those 2 menus, the problem is that's not even the hard part. The hard part is the rooms to the left. You get even more difficult menus, and I think Vi had speed booster, so an option that he could have maybe done is charge a speed booster and then spark up the hall. It's a good attempt that you could have maybe done. And if I was in Vi's situation, I would have probably given it a shot. Now you can see Alef, I don't know if he was doing it intentionally, but that's the most dangerous part of that room. The fish are coming from you and you don't know where they are because you can't really see them. So what I was gonna say is, oh, the super despawned. So Alef unfortunately taking damage right there. What I was gonna say regarding what Alef should have maybe considered is, or not what not considered. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but what Alef did is when he was trying to shoot the door, his momentum that was going to the right, actually, you may have seen it cut, and then he started going back to the left, and the fish were actually coming after him. So if he never shot that shot to open the door, he may have ended up colliding with the fish, or at least gotten really close to it. So just a small thing, a small little footnote that's a subtlety, and we got a little dance from Vi. Get your dance emotes in the chat. And we have Alef heading over to the right. 36 rooms in, that is going to be a multiplier. So Alef really bringing the heat on this one, playing really well. We have 23 minutes for both players, but Vi is honestly not that far behind. Alef took a very strong lead in the previous one, but I think Vi has maintained a little bit of a closer lead to this one, and obviously everything can change in just a run or two. If one of these players has one really strong run or one really bad run, or a combination of both, that can swing the tides in the other's favor. So here we go. We have A tough room for Aleph. Oh my gosh, is able to dodge the fumes and makes it through. But with this high jump, he does not have to. I think he has high jump, so he can actually just run and wall jump up that one. But he's gonna try to bomb jump instead. Because he's waiting on this platform, it's probably a little bit easier. But yeah, let's see if he executes the bomber. He has to tap right in order to propel himself to the right. Very well played by Aleph. So clearly bringing the strats into this match. That's a very well played by Aleph. The IBJ to get back up to the top. Didn't have to do that. Oh no! Vi, okay, all right, so Vi survives, takes a hit from the little ghost. Oh, and Vi survives. Wait for the ghost to dissipate and get out of there. Oh my goodness, that was very close. Ghost hitting for 60 damage with 39 HP absolutely would have ended Vi right there. Vi's gonna head to that right door. Hope for some better equipment, because right now he's kind of struggling a little bit. All right, free super right there. So any sort of a quick monster you have to deal with, that might help. And that spacer beam, that's what he's looking for. He really wants to make sure he gets good beams to kind of get through these rooms. And oh my gosh, Aleph just kill everything. You just gotta kill it all and just take your time. Don't touch the bug, because at room 42 the multiplier is so high. We're at a point where the multiplier is getting so high that small little bugs, we saw Aleph get killed by a little Zila. So Aleph was actually at risk of dying at any moment there. So both players in that charge beam, but Aleph at room 44. Amazing pace right now. 14 rooms away from a PB. Now with 1 minute left on the clock, that's kind of a tall order, but extremely strong showing so far by Aleph. And we have Vi heading over, is going to shoot out some of these monsters. Looks like maybe, nah, he's just gonna take that right door. Hope for maybe a better beam or something like that. And okay, Bomb Torizo. Now Bomb Torizo, you can end Bomb Torizo with just 2 missiles and a super. That's good enough. Just starts off with that super fight. Now typically you don't want to start with the super fight because you have to go through that decapitation animation. But yeah, very well played by Vi either way. Is going to refill and get all the health back. Get a little bit of a dance, and we have Aleph. Oh, watch out, Aleph! Oh, the key hunter coming from the right. Smacks him in the back, and honestly, at this stage of the game, it's not the fact that Aleph, the most dangerous. That's good for 54 points, by the way. 54 points. So that puts Aleph at a grand total of 111 points right now. So very strong showing. But I think the thing with Aleph is it's not the time that he's struggling with towards the end, but the fact that the damage multiplier is so high at the point, the scaling is so high that the things are actually starting to one-shot him. So without enough E-tanks or without a Varius suit or without reserves, it's unfortunately not good. So here we're seeing Vi, the problems when you wall jump alternating between the left and right. We're seeing Vi actually get shot from the left and the right. Now you see all the pirates are on the right side. They're ready to jump to the left, and there's not much you can do about that. You might have to just take a hit and just go. There's not much you can do. So that's the problem. I would strongly recommend anyone maybe trying to do wall jumps in that room in the Leodox to just stay on the right side of the wall jump on the way up, because otherwise you do activate and trigger the left pirates, and they will, if you do get knocked down and fall, the lasers might continue on from the left side and get you. But either way, Vi on room 17. See if he can make this room count. See if we can make this run count. And we have Aleph heading down to the bottom left. And Aleph, once again, in the great value 3 musketeers. No good way to take care of it. So unfortunately, he's in a good spot where he can just kind of shoot a bunch of shots. Now, what I would do is quickly jump up so you can make sure you get the 3 shots off of this next musketeer. And Aleph is good to go into the left room. So very well played. Now, Vi is going to reset. I think that was a room 20 on. Plasma is really good, but unfortunately, when you have no movement items, the fact of the matter is you have to bomb jump on your way up, and Vi is not comfortable with the IBG up to the top. Even strong runners that don't have to typically do bomb jumps, getting up there is not an easy task. So unfortunately, Vi understands that, is able to quickly realize that and says, I'm resetting, let's go to the next one. Let's just go next. So we have Aleph heading down, and is only on room 12, so not getting the damage multiplier at this point is not that dangerous, and those little rippers are not going to hit that much, so it's going to be completely fine. But oh, the crab, please. Now there you go. We see Aleph. That's one of the things you could tell that these players are a little bit more casual. Aleph did the same thing as Vi did earlier. with the immediate turnaround, what you typically want to do when you're in a situation thinking, oh, I might have to turn around, I might have to stop, you want to make sure you're holding an angle button. When you're holding that angle button, if Aleph said, oh shoot, I see the crab, he could have just let go of the D-pad and the angle will immediately stop him, and he wouldn't have that, oh shoot, velocity potentially running into that crab. Meanwhile, we have Vi in one of these difficult rooms once again. You kind of have to hug the left side the entire time, otherwise you're in trouble. Vi is instead opting to go along the right side, which is totally reasonable. However, depending on the speed that you go, you can get bodied on a crab. So unfortunately, unless you have that whole thing mapped out along the right side, you gotta be a little bit careful because there's crabs and stuff in the way. And what got Vi killed right there once again was the meridian movement. If you do that shot, you will stop that momentum heading from the left, and the momentum heading to the left to the left is what got Vi killed right there. Aleph, I think, just needs to take the hit and just needs to go up as fast as possible, because with P-shot, this takes forever. As you can see, the guy's already off screen. he's out of there. He's like, what's been hitting me this entire time? All right, so Aleph heading up through the door at the top, and a Niv popping off with that crab please emote. All right, so Vi heading down, getting that morph at room 3, and we have Aleph immediately picking up that wave beam, already with a strong showing room 20. Now, how is he gonna approach this? Because if he touches a red pirate, he's dead, and that is one of the things that I would say Vi has an edge in that room. Vi probably has that edge on Aleph, because we have seen Vi get through that room unscathed multiple times, taking the time with that wave beam, shooting out the red pirates, making sure the red pirate would not one-shot him, and Aleph, unfortunately, trying to go fast, wanted to weave down, and the pirate stuck his nose out and poked Aleph on the foot and one-shot him, and that is arcade for you. That is death. It's an educational lesson, and that is not a room that Vi typically dies in. So here we go. Vi now in room 6 with that high jump boot. Aleph is going to go ahead and do another moonfall. I love how both these players do the moonfall in the same way. It's kind of like the beginner style where you don't really like let go of the angle button, so you end up moonfalling while your arm is like holding up. It's actually it's pretty neat how both these players have kind of like learned moonfall but haven't quite mastered it yet, right? So it's interesting to see this level of play and seeing kind of like the small different nuances that they do that you might not necessarily see when you see like a really top level runner approach it. So here we go. Vi is now heading over. Vi's got to get it out of there. Without that room 10 multiplier damage, the scaling is completely fine right now. Vi is going to head over. Morpho doesn't want to get that secret. And here we go. 15 minutes left on the clock. Oh, Vi's got to hurry. Vi's got to hurry. That fish. Oh, dodge the fish. Okay, gets through. Doesn't get killed by the fish. We got budget value through Musketeers once again. It's a pretty common room that you'll get when you go through a down door. That's why oftentimes I like entering down doors facing right, because then I'm ready to shoot that pirate right off the bat, as opposed to having to turn around and shoot it, which does cost a little bit of time. So once again, Aleph, I think learning from last time is just going to take some damage. At this early game, the pirates actually don't hurt you that much. Vi avoiding the crab, very well played. This is definitely a room that Vi seems to understand quite well. At that room, prior to room 20, you do want to consider just waiting out that first crab, because he is going to make his way out. Oh wow, Aleph, very well played. Did you see that? Jumped in and then was like, oh shoot, and then was in midair and he's like, what do I do? I'm freaking out. I pressed left and right, and then he realized he was on the right side of the room. Okay, first of all, will Vi be able to get through this room? But Aleph realized he was like, oh shoot, what do I do? Hit the angle button and then stop the momentum and just headed back to the right. Now, both difficult rooms for both players. There's a good chance both these players die here. Oh gosh, Vi's got to be careful. There's a falling hopper, and there is another hopper for Vi right here. Oh, dodges the hopper, gets through, and Vi now. Oh no, Aleph makes it through the hard part, but unfortunately jumps into the spike in the end, and that's only good for 1 point. Only good for 1 point. That's unfortunately probably the worst kind of death you can take, when you're right into the 10s and you're starting to gain those points and you immediately take that death. Meanwhile, Vi gets through the tough room of his own with the falling hoppers. It looks like it might be trivial, but with this beam, no wave beam, you don't have a good way to kill the hoppers that are on its way. So was able to upshot and kill the first hopper and then jump past the second hopper. So very well played. Meanwhile, we have Vi once again getting through this room that we're talking about. It's a tough one, and he is hopping left and right. So if he doesn't make it on the first go, it's going to be a problem. Makes it on the first go, so that's the good. The thing is, what we saw is if you fall and you don't make it on the first go, when you go back up, you're gonna start getting just lasered in the face multiple times. But looks like Vi is going to get through damageless. Wow, 4,000 points for Vi. Very well played. Aleph once again using his strategy to get through here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a beam. He's at room 4, but he doesn't have a beam to get through here. So is he gonna have to just P-shot this pancake to death? Yeah, that's okay. That's the approach. So normally you can squeeze under there and then quickly spin jump up to the right, but it is risky and it is more of an advanced strategy. So Aleph is just gonna go ahead and shoot down that pancake and then make it up. So very well played. Really coming in with the strats like we said earlier. But room 23 for Vi. So Vi definitely in a good situation right now, getting some free rooms as well. And what is that beam? Is that beam? That's a wave spacer beam. So very, very powerful beam for Vi. Don't want to touch any of these caterpillars. Be careful. Oh my gosh, I was so afraid. If Vi fell there and landed on the caterpillar, lights out. And this is a tough room. Oh my gosh, if I can get through this room, it would be incredible. You gotta be morphing so quickly. Takes the hit. That's so unfortunate. Now, if I were Vi in that situation, I would have utilized my super missile for sure. That's good for 16 points, which puts at Vi at 69 points. Very nice. But the thing is, in that room, the super missile will almost kill the big hoppers, right? So if you can get a super missile off right away, then you know right off the top of your head, all you have to do is shoot it with more. Even if you have P-shot, one P-shot plus super missile is enough to kill the big hoppers. So if I was in that situation for Vi, nice shot in the middle of the Puyo pile to kill him a little bit quicker. If I were Vi in that situation, I would have, my first opportunity, sure, you can get one shot off, but after you get one shot off, I would immediately switch to the supers so that I can get that first kill. Nice, no damage from Aleph. Heading into that room 10, and we have 10 minutes and 50 seconds left for both players. So Vi going ahead and shooting BT. That's in the spot. We saw Vi earlier in the match. Kind of struggling to get the right spot for the BT, but quickly learning. So we're seeing Vi honestly evolve his play in the middle of all this. So quickly getting through and having no issue with the no damage this time. So yeah, good adaptation for Vi. And let's see, Aleph, he's gonna have to make it down. Make sure you're not, okay, so now he's spin jump to the left. Now he's gonna hug that left side, I think. Yeah, very well played. You could just run off, that's completely fine as well. And then now when you jump down, I would like to see, yes, no spin jump, just kind of make sure you have no momentum heading to the right. As long as you hug that left side, you should be fine as long as you go down. So very well played. We have Vi taking care of some of those flies. 10 minutes left on the timer. We're gonna have to see a big run out of Vi potentially. And Aleph getting that morph one step closer to that charge beam. Let's see, does he have, nope, sanity check does not have those bombs. So because you don't have those bombs, you cannot get that charge beam yet. The room with charge is not in logic yet. So when you don't have charge, you can't get bosses. And bosses in this sort of style of race is definitely not what you really want to see. All right, speed booster for Aleph. So Aleph getting hooked up is getting ice, has that spacer, has that speed booster. Honestly, looking like he's got some pretty good equipment. Meanwhile, what does Vi have? Vi is at room 10, so starting to gain points now. But does he only have that P shot? Yes, only has that P shot, but does have one super. So for example, in a room like this, if one of the pirates or the Leodox room was giving him trouble, he could actually shoot them out immediately with that one super. Both players in the exact same room. That's pretty funny how that works out. Let's see, Aleph getting through that room a little bit quicker, grabs the secret. Vi chooses not to grab that secret with 750. Completely fine in a race like this. And Aleph is getting a health refill. Vi also does have an extra E-tank, which will keep him alive potentially on some rooms like this. So is going to shoot out these worms for some extra points so that he can go to the right side. Okay, nice, baits out that worm. And now wall jumps off the side. Now this is the tricky part. Oh my gosh, no, be careful, Vi. Oh, gets through without killing the pancake in the center. Takes a hit, but that's okay. Has 29 HP, has that wave V, makes it through. Oh my gosh, I thought he was dead for sure, but he survives. Vi is alive. All right, so we have Aleph heading over room 20 into the next room. Now, Vi has to be a little bit careful. These orbs, I don't know if it would kill him. They don't normally do that much damage. But at room 17, we got 1 level of damage scaling because we're at room 17. So always got to be a little bit careful. I know these little rippers won't kill Vi, so even if he takes a hit here, it's probably going to be okay. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left for both of these players. Vi picks up an E-Tank, a much needed E-Tank, I would say, because a lot of small critters might not actually one-shot Vi with that E-Tank, whereas with the health that he had earlier, it would have definitely potentially been fatal. So, all right, E-Tank as well for Aleph. And Aleph is running out of time with 38 seconds left. Both these players are on similar rooms, but Aleph has like no time left. So that's a little bit crazy. Vi is getting out of there as fast as possible. Would have absolutely taken that death. So Ice Beam, 23, 25. And Aleph's got to hurry. Aleph's got to move. And Vi, be careful. Watch out for that fish coming back from the right. I would wait that fish out potentially. Oh, that spin jump. Those spin jumps, Vi. You spin jump to the right underwater and you don't really know where you're going, and it's always so dangerous. So Vi gets through completely fine, and Aleph has to make sure that he doesn't take an accidental hit here, because I think that would actually spell the end of it. Vi, jump over the... Oh my gosh, very well played by Vi. Clutch jump over the crab to survive. And Vi is going to farm up a little bit here. Is going to go for the blinding. Okay, nice. 2k points for Vi. Room 28. And wow, this is a close. No! And it's the crab room. It's the crab room. That's why you have to enter these rooms holding an angle button. That's good for 18 points for Vi. So we're out, and we're no longer at the 69. We're now at 87. But 6 minutes left, and runners can finish out their last run. So Aleph taking his time through this room, room 28. Gotta be careful. Here comes, the bug. Okay, would have probably survived the hit because only 2 levels of damage scaling is probably enough. But yeah, the crab room. Now, one of the ways that you can identify the crab room, if you have to focus on this, and it's an arcade specialty for Super Metroid, but if you go through a door transition and you notice the doors all disappear, there's no doors left, you can assume that it is almost certainly going to be the crab room. So if you can prepare for it and you identify it, you can just hold angle and just jump back out the same way you came from. Nice YOLO from Aleph. Room 31 YOLO, very well played. So we are now at that multiplier for Aleph, getting the 2x, and Vi quickly getting through that room. Very well played. So Aleph with the heated room, just gotta run and jump real quick, and Vi quickly shooting the musketeers, the little pirates, 3 to 6 times. On top of the on top of the pirate, but that's okay. Now, if Aleph touches anything in this room, he's dead. Anything in this room, he's dead. He can lay a power bomb if he wants. I think that's probably the wise choice. If he has that morph, I think he has that morph. This is the risky part. Is he gonna jump it? No, he's gonna wait. So he's gonna freeze this, wait the boulder out because he's at room 33. He doesn't want to mess with it. Freeze that Fune, and he's going to make it out. Very well played by Aleph. And we have Vi going with that damage. This Vi is now an expert at Bomb Chorizo. Bomb Chorizo never gonna get hit on Vi ever in his life. Don't know what he's even thinking. And we have a quick fight for Aleph as well. And we have a little dance for Vi. Get your little dance emotes out there. And Vi leaving. I probably would have grabbed that health there because 70 damage is the amount of damage that you can take sometimes. So gotta be a little bit careful. And we have Vi immediately getting out of that heated room. We are now with 4 minutes left. And Vi taking that left door immediately. Once again, in that wreck ship room, you can go for the clipping bonus at the top. It is worth it typically if you can do it quickly. But both these players deciding, I'm not going to go for that clipping bonus. It is a little bit tricky, and it is speedrunner tech. So totally fine. Aleph taking his time to get through. Yeah, so that's the way to approach this. Now, Vi's got to be careful. I would use the missiles if I were Vi. The missiles would one-shot these pirates. Probably be the safest way to approach it, but as long as you clip the wings, you're totally fine. So Vi clips the wings, completely fine. Now Aleph, these pirates actually have a lot of health. If you want to kill all the pirates properly, what you need to do is start your spark from against the right wall, and that will make sure that all the pirates will actually die, because the spark will actually does damage per frame. And if you don't take Aleph bomb jumps right into the stomach of the hopper and takes the death at room 38. But with that strong of a run, that is good for 36 points. And Aleph is now at a whopping 158 points, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Unfortunately, Aleph, I think, realized what happened and tried to item select to the power bombs, but unfortunately, kind of like forgot that the bomb that he first laid at, because there's a lot to process at that moment. But yeah, laid a bomb, was like, oh shoot, I gotta like lay something, I gotta do something, I gotta shoot, right? So it spams the shot button, lays the bomb, and then goes, wait, you know what I can do? I noticed that he was able to identify, I can lay the power bomb, I've done this before. But unfortunately, in the process of thinking about that, forgot about the first bomb that he left. And unfortunately, that propelled him upward and got him killed by that big hopper. The big hopper is doing a base damage of 80. I think 80. It's 70 or 80. I'm pretty sure it's 80. But yeah, with damage scaling with a base 80 hit, you're not surviving that if you're Aleph. So fortunately, takes that death. And we are at 2 minutes left on the clock. Vi with 20 rooms. So Vi is gonna have to make this run count. And we have Aleph heading over. Is going to be in this awkward situation where he has to wait for this crab that's on the ground awkwardly. He's like, I want to make it to the right door, but I can't jump the crab right now, because if I jump the crab, I might die. So this is one of those rooms that, oddly enough, that if you come from the door that Aleph was actually in, I'm typically thinking, I gotta go fast. Because if I don't go fast, I get into an awkward situation where I can't jump that crab, and I want to go at that right door typically in the early game. So here we go. We have Vi. There are some Zeelas that are moving right now. That are kind of global. Now, this hopper right here is what you kind of have to be careful about, but Vi takes care of both quickly, and we're at room 25 now for Vi. So very well played so far for Vi. 2 shots to take care of. Grapple will kill those screes without dropping any particles that might kind of hit you on the way down. So very well played. And Vi is going to do a little pause abuse. Now, if you, doesn't quite get it, but gets it on the second time around. Now, if you press pause and during the fade out animation, you grab the refill. Now, when you unpause, you can actually start moving again. And unfortunately, Vi gets that Fantoon, but honestly, maybe not the worst situation. It might not be the worst situation, but that's good for 17 points. And that puts Vi at 104 points. And the reason I say that's not maybe a bad situation for Vi is because there's 30 seconds left on the clock. So regardless, this is almost certainly going to be the last run for both these players. And if that's the case, honestly, if there's a time to reset, it's going to be right there. So 12 seconds left on the clock. 9 seconds left on the clock. Vi is going to take his time. And Aleph takes a hit. Wait, Aleph, you can't take a death here because this is it. This is it. Oh, Vi has to be careful. Tough rooms for both these players. Tough rooms for both these players. You cannot take a hit. The time is up. The time is up. Vi's running. Vi, wow, was able to get through. But Aleph has to basically do this close to damages. Now, the pirates do 15 damage. So as long as if he takes 1 hit, he's fine. But he takes 2 hits, it's lights out. None of these pirates are dropping any sort of health. Both these players are low health. But this is it. This is the final run for both these players. You cannot take the death here. All right, so Vi, take your time, watch out, stay away from those pancakes, Vi. Stay far away from the pancakes. The waivers will only hit you for about 10 right now. It's no big deals, but those pancakes, I think, are gonna hit you for about 70 or so. So be very careful. Oh my gosh, that's really close. And Aleph is gonna probably take his time. He has that Spazer Beam, I believe. So with that Spazer Beam, you can kill the pirates at a relatively neutral amount of time, like a neutral time loss, because you're getting 1,000 points for these kills. Aleph, just run, get through. Don't shoot it. Little paintball shots in the back of the front. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Aleph now with the 50 extra HP, that's gonna help him a little bit. And he might want to actually grab some of these things. Aleph thought he had that speed booster there, so he was going for the short charge, but that was kind of awkward. He was like, wait a second, these seeds, I've played so many at this point, I'm getting all mixed up. So Aleph doesn't have that speed, and we have Vi heading over. Vi has now recovered most of his health. Now, you know who does have speed? That's actually Vi. Vi's got that speed booster, and that can come in handy, but it can also, you know, give you a little bit more momentum. We've seen some issues where Vi sometimes has too much momentum entering a certain room and gets them killed. So yeah, now Ice Beam to kill these guys is a little bit slow, but this is the final run, so both these players are a little bit probably want to play a little bit more cautious so they keep the game going. Honestly, this is getting pretty intense at this point. So Vi, once again, the Leodox room has gotten a lot of practice doing this room multiple times, but has to be careful. We've seen that if Vi falls here, lots of bad things can happen. So as long as Vi makes it to the top, yes, now I feel comfortable for Vi. Might take a hit on the way down, but is safe to at least get through this room. So takes the hit down. Unfortunately, they do go a little bit faster when you're at 13, so no additional bonus. And 1 minute and 30 seconds is not that much. So 2 free missiles. At least this is a good room for Vi, but oh, well, it gets the 40-second bonus. So far looking good for Vi, and Aleph gets the extra super missile right here. So this is a tough one. Now this room, if you could do the short charge, it's a stutter 3-tap short charge. It's difficult, and only if you really kind of only have that experience in speedrunning or learning tech, that's how you can do it. Aleph getting hit in the head twice right there. That's kind of funny. Waiting on it. Oh, this is a difficult room. Aleph, how is he gonna approach this? Oh, Aleph! Wow, dodges the crab. Man, Vi gets to the top. Now Aleph has to hurry and get down. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I got scared for Aleph for multiple reasons because there was a crab coming up, but with the strong beam, freezes it in 2 shots, and that crab at the top ceiling, I have no idea how he didn't get hit. Now Aleph has to be careful. If Aleph jumps into the spike like he has done in the past, almost certainly will end up dying because you get comboed into the acid, and that's typically what will end you. So any acid. Look how fast 23 health just disappeared off of Aleph right there. Nice little dance from Vi. Get your dance emotes in the chat. And here we go. We have Aleph getting out there completely clean, and we have Vi room 18. Now here's the thing. I want to see Vi use some ammo here. Like 3 missiles, 1 super, that's fine. Just get through. You conserve as much time as you can here. Now Vi does have that speed booster. Let's see if he can store this shine spark and spark through. Ideally you spark against the left wall, but if you don't, wow, okay, very well played. Looks like he killed the vast majority of it, but kept that left one alive. So Vi might want to consider going for this left pirate. 3 missiles to the dome will take care of him. Unfortunately, I don't know if any of those hit. Okay, the last one hits, that's okay. That does a lot of damage to the pirates, and this secret is absolutely worth getting. So Vi doesn't want to bank up time at this point. This is, remember, we're no longer on a timer. We're not playing up to 45 minutes. This is just their final run, so they need to make this run count. And what Aleph needs to do is not give Vi any breathing room to take this game too, and Vi has to crush it on this run. So unfortunately, it's tough, but can Vi do it? I think Vi absolutely can do it, but that is also contingent on Aleph making some mistakes here as well. Oh, almost touched that cack. That cack's body actually hurts pretty hard, so might have potentially taken a death or gotten close. No, Vi unfortunately jumps onto the Puyo, went a little bit too quickly, and that's it. Room 21, putting Vi, Aleph getting his favorite room, the Gauntlet. Room 21, that's good for 11 points, and that's going to give Vi an official score of 115, and that is it. GG's to both the runners. Very well played, very well played. I have big respect for both of you going the distance and going out. GG's for Aleph winning this. GG's for Vi for putting up a good show. And everyone get your clap emotes in the chat. But that is it. Aleph wins the match 2-0. Congratulations, Aleph. All right. I have joined the call with Vi and Aleph. GG's to both of you. Aleph, congratulations on the win. And Vi, it was an excellent excellent showing. I think we are all rooting for you to get through some of those rooms, and I think both of you put up a really great show. But yeah, any thoughts on the race?
I seem to have gotten. Go ahead, Vi.
Go ahead, Aleph. I need a minute.
All right. I seem to have gotten some really, really good seeds during practice and before the last week. I've been getting all of these underwater grapple rooms, which I have absolutely no idea how to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any of those this time. So I see that I was getting bombs at, I don't know, room 35 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these were some really good seeds for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vi.
On the contrary, I was getting absolutely god awful seeds basically all day. I think I burned through what few good seeds I actually get during my practice runs.
Yep.
You know, I got like a room 13 Fantoon during my practice runs today.
Yep.
Multiple times.
Yep. Aleph, did you actually see a boss in this one? Vi definitely got Fantoon a few times.
Did not see a single boss in this run.
Wow. Yeah. Vi, we could see, like, Vi saw the Fantoon, and we would see that immediate reset. We're like, we're going to the next one. Let's not waste any time here. So, yeah, we got you. You got at least 2 or 3 times, I think, right?
Yeah, it's kind of just one of those, well, I'm screwed. I'm going to die anyway, so I'm not even going to bother wasting time.
I think I did see Kraid once, but that was, I think I managed it, or I died. I don't remember.
I think you died in that fight, actually. Yeah.
But yeah, no, within the first couple hours of me ever playing arcade, I got like a room 12 bucks wound. And I've literally only 100%ed Super Metroid like twice. And I figured I'd try my hand at arcade because, I've seen you and Oates and a couple other people playing it. I'm like, damn, that looks really fun. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, and, it's been the same for me too. Sorry for interrupting you, Vi. Go ahead.
And I think this is one of those games where anybody can pick up and try it. But those who are dedicated enough to try to get good are the ones we really see going places. And I think it's just a matter of practice and figuring out what to do in whole rooms.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't we both start arcade on the same day, Vi? And we just decided to actually run the Showdown because of that.
Yeah, no,
2 weeks ago.
I had started like 2 days before I decided, why don't I try doing a Showdown? And, I had managed to get to like room 32 within the first few hours of me playing. And now I'm stuck at room 40. And I have been for like 4 days.
Well, you've been doing really good today. I've been watching a little bit and you were just on fire.
Thanks, man. Like, I really appreciate it. And like, my heart was racing like this entire Showdown because I don't do much of anything competitive. The only thing I ever really do is track and field, and that's really a competition against yourself. So I'm not really used to doing anything super competitive like this. And I think it's fun. It definitely is. Congrats, Aleph, for winning.
Thank you.
Also, I do understand your name.
Oh, nice.
Counting past infinity is very fun.
Yes.
I honestly, I kind of just think we both watched the same Vsauce video.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. But, yeah, no, like, I think for anybody in chat, if you want to start running this, start running it. There's no harm in trying it. It is really fun. And, you just do what you can and try not to die to crabs too much.
Yeah.
There's only one person that apparently can't die to crabs, and that's Bastion. But
yeah, and it's Bastion, the crab.
But yeah, like you're saying,
you know.
mhm. I think I appreciate both of you coming in to do this, because I think it's fun to just kind of get that, like you said, like not having, maybe not done too many like these 1v1 competitions, but it's just fun. It doesn't matter like who you are or like how much experience you have. I think giving this a shot is always worth a shot, right? And if you want to go deeper into the rabbit hole and learn all the tech, like you can do that. And you know, if you don't have the time, you don't have to, but I think it's always worth giving a shot, and I'm hoping both of you had fun in this.
Oh yeah, I definitely did. And honestly, it doesn't even matter if you win.
Yeah.
If you had fun, that's all you really do. I mean, winning is
we had a lot of fun.
But, you know.
Yeah, Aleph, you were showing off some pretty good tech. It looks like you came in here with some of the strats. Like we're saying, you get up the we saw you get up the it's the pre-plasma room essentially, right? I think it's called the Cassius room, but it has the worms and the pancakes, and it's the vertical room. And then we saw you had a strat where you went along the right side and you baited out the worm and stuff like that. So we noticed that you definitely had some like strategies going into the rooms. It's not like what I would necessarily do, but it was a very like good way to get through it. And so it seems like you kind of came prepped for this, and it was interesting to see that.
It was just a matter of dying over and over to those pancakes, and I hate that room when I have no beams.
Yes.
And so it's instant reset for me. But then I was on the race, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to reset here. I think we were out of time, and so I just had to go for it.
Yep. And Vi, I mean, for we saw you like in some of the rooms, the Leodox room, where it's essentially that escape room with all the Turian pirates, so you have to do the wall jumps up the top. You got challenged by that so many times.
With that, I have gotten that room 203 so many times.
Yep.
And I've gone for help on your Discord, and I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And you know, I mean, I took into consideration what like Spiffy was saying, and I'm like, you know, go fast or die trying.
Yep.
And you know, I have gotten that room without morph so many different times.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, I don't have morph. I'm just gonna vault over these pirates and hope to God that I don't die.
Yep. Absolutely.
And honestly, thanks for having me. This was one hell of a time. I would love to do this again eventually.
Yep. I mean, absolutely. I mean, down the line. I wish I could schedule more right now, but I can't. But I definitely enjoyed having you both on this. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great. So it's honestly a great show match.
Yeah, and in two casual players butting heads, and one who has the better tech and the more resilient seeds, just going through, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've noticed that with the Betons, I can generally freeze them if I don't have wave. I can shoot up and freeze them if I don't have wave, but when I have wave, it never works.
One of the ways you want to do that is hold both angle buttons so that you aim up and then crouch and then you shoot. So if you're crouching and then aiming up and then you shoot, you should be able to freeze them.
Oh, that's really good info, actually.
Yep, it's good. it's something that I don't have to think about, but yes, that's a way you could approach it with ice. Yeah.
And I just don't know if it's something to do with the weird hitbox of wave not hitting them.
Yeah.
But if I have like ice and spacer or just ice, I can freeze them most of the time. And hitboxes are weird.
Exactly.
And one room I have really been struggling with, besides like Plasma, Gauntlet, that other one with the acid and all the large blocks, is that one Meridia room with the blue cax that you have to do a down grab.
Yes.
To get onto the ledge. I can do the down grab.
Yes.
Sometimes. I can never get out of that room because I can't get the timing right to wall jump off of the other ledge.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of tough rooms, prior to today's race, I had never gotten through Gauntlet. and I got through
Oh.
Gauntlet twice today.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
am very
yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah,
I'm
one of
very
them you
satisfied.
had like the 4 power bombs, so that kind of helped and assisted you. But you did get through it another time as well. Yeah, Gauntlet is not easy to get through.
Come to think of it, I'd never gotten through Gauntlet before today either.
Yeah, it's a hard
The
one.
funny thing is, I had P-Shot and no power bombs.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I couldn't really do anything about it, and I just kind of prayed, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
certainly.
And then, I got Fantoon right after that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Fantoon,
Yeah, certainly
I
the
think,
raised
yeah.
format is a little bit interesting in how you run things differently.
Yeah.
And I think it helped me a little bit in some rooms, and then in other rooms it just did not do the strat that I would go for.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Depending on the format, sometimes the strategies change a little bit because you have to think about it, especially at the very end when you guys know you're on the last run. Because then it's like, well, I might as well just like grab every secret or something like that, right? Because it's like, and you have to play and make sure you don't take that death because it's very crucial at that point. You can't reset. So it's interesting how when it gets down to the wire, how the dynamic also changes a little bit.
So one thing that I kind of just decided to do on the last runs is only get the secrets that are easy to do and worth a decent amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end, if you just enough to hold over your time,
Mm-hmm.
because you die, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
the secrets really aren't worth going for. Like the one in that little alcove on Main Street,
Mm-hmm.
I never go for that if I'm on like a last run of the day or something, because I die.
Exactly.
I could get hit by the fish or the crab and I'm screwed.
Yep.
And I never do that. And I've only done that secret once or twice when I was absolutely desperate for points so I could get some time.
Mm-hmm.
And some secrets are just like that. Like, I don't tend to go for the secret that the one metal pirate is guarding in that one Turian room where you do the shine spark to get through all the...
Yep.
Yeah, I don't tend to go for that, and I only realize that that's worth like 4,000 points.
It's worth a lot, yeah. But if you have no good way to kill it and you can't kind of sneak the secret, it is a little bit risky.
Yeah, and I think the way I play is I tend to focus more on not dying in rooms and worrying about time like second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the time is always like a running thing, but you kind of just have to deal with it.
Yep, absolutely.
And it kind of just, and I tend to deal with time secondary because I usually run my practice runs, unless I'm practicing for time attack, on a no time, on just an endless, so I can figure out what to do in rooms. And I think that's a good strategy if you're getting into arcade. Just figure out what to do in certain rooms and have an infinite amount of time to practice it.
Yeah, I myself launch up the practice hack and just got to that plasma room to do infinite bomb jumps over and over for like an hour until I started
I
getting
wish I
it.
thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I suck at bomb jumps so bad, and I can't short charge. I have no idea how. Like, I know the steps, I can just never
Same for
do
me.
it. And I've never been able to figure out where on the wall to wall jump out if I have high jump.
Yes.
So I think that's the main reason why I consider plasma to be a run killer, even though it's a god tier item.
Yep.
I can never get out of the room, so I just reset when I find it.
Yeah, that's fair.
One of the things I was telling my friends, because a couple of my friends knew about this, and I was telling them, I have to hope to God that I don't get charge or plasma. Because, like, charge, you can be fine, or you can get Fantoon the next room.
Exactly.
Which I have done. That sucked. I think the earliest I've ever gotten Fantoon was room 7.
Yeah. I got room 8 today, earlier.
Yeah, I saw him. Dude, that sucks so bad because Fantoon, if you don't understand how the patterns work, you're probably gonna die.
Even if you do, you're probably gonna die, honestly, because there's
Fantoon is
randomness to
hard.
it.
Yeah, there's it. I think Fantoon is one of the more truly RNG bosses in Super Metroid. Because like Mother Brain has the attacks aren't particularly hard to dodge if you can judge what she's about to do. And Ridley is Ridley. We don't talk about Ridley, man. I got a room 14 Varia, and I'm like, oh god, this run's over.
You know, I don't think we saw Varia today.
No, we didn't.
No,
Yeah, we did not see Varia today. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, it is, because
like I said, these seeds were amazing for me.
They were really, really, really bad for me.
Yep.
And you know, I broke a mirror like 2 years ago, and you know, bad luck and you know.
All right.
You know, I gotta walk under a ladder occasionally.
Yep.
You know.
All right, guys. So, Vi, Aleph, you guys have any last things that you may want to talk about, or anything you want to say before we wrap it up a little bit here?
Not really. I mean, if you want to play it, play it. It's not hard to get into. It's really addicting, but good God, is it difficult?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the fun you get out of playing arcade, I think, is a good balance with the difficulty.
Yeah, and just wanted to thank you, Eddie, for hosting us and for commentating and setting all of this up for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been a really good help.
No, I appreciate both of you for joining in on doing this as well.
This is one of the funnest things I've ever done, honestly. This was incredibly fun.
I appreciate that, actually. I very much appreciate that. Kind of just means that I'm doing something, you know, good for the community, I guess, right? So I appreciate hearing that from you.
Yeah, no, 610 rooms coming soon.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know if we're ever going to get a run like that again.
We'll see. Not with the YOLOs. Not with Aleph in play. I'm killing all my good runs on a regular basis.
Yeah, right?
Gotta get those YOLOs.
All right, guys.
I saw one of the people in chat mention YOLOs earlier, and I'm like, you know, if I get that one room that you can only get with speed, I'm gonna YOLO out of that just for the fun of it. Because I always do in any of my runs, even practice runs, I YOLO out of that room because it's fun.
What you gotta do.
Because, you know, run killing can be a thing, as... Oh, who tends to kill your runs, Eddie?
Yep.
Spiffy?
Who kills my runs? I mean, Aleph kills my runs a lot, honestly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, it's usually like Bison or Buddha or something like that. But
yeah, Bison, Buddha, and Spiffy occasionally absolutely obliterate your runs. That one low and north air room where you got all the yellow pirates and a ledge right in front of the door.
All right, guys.
That bad.
Yes, definitely. All right, both of you, thanks so much for popping onto the Showdown. I definitely,
thanks, man.
I know you guys are thanking me, but thank you so much for participating in this. You know, obviously I need players to do this so that I can run this. So I appreciate both of you coming on, and I appreciate both of you for watching the stream and stuff like that. So thank you so much for both of you.
No problem. Now I get to do a lab report.
All right, get that lab report done. And bye.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Bye.
Appreciate
See ya,
both of you.
man.